Hello beautiful unicorns, welcome back to my channel and this collab video where I'm collabing with 4 of my favorite YouTubers here on YouTube, and we are doing a makeup I've dethroned. Products that used to be our holy grails but that we have switched out for something new. That is our holy grail today, and I'm so excited to be doing this collab. Liv Loves Her Makeup got a comment on one of her videos asking or mentioning something like the Fantastic Five, and we all thought that this was so much fun that we decided to do a collab together. We in no way or shape or form think that we are the Fantastic Five or that we are like special or like better in any kind of way, but we thought it was like kind of hilarious and we wanted to do a collab together, so we're doing a collab. I just thought it was very funny. It is me, Liv Loves Her Makeup, Samantha March, Kaylee, Baute, and Kelly Gooch. And I will leave all of those ladies down below together with their videos, and go check them out if you aren't already, because some of these ladies do have a lot of subscribers and I just really love all of their channels, their videos. I watch absolutely everything that they release and I thought that this was so fun. If you're thinking like, wow, that's a very special look, yes it is. This is actually a look that I filmed me redoing, like doing my own spin on another YouTuber's look, and if you know what YouTuber that is, let me know down below, but this video will be live next week. So keep your eye open for it, it will be live, but I'm kind of happy for this look. I think it's, well, I mean, some people are gonna be like, ooh, that's too much, hello clown, but I kind of like it. So let's get into this video. I think I have 8, maybe 9, maybe 8. I don't really know, products that I want to talk about that has been dethroned and what I have put in the replacement instead. First product I want to talk about is the L'Oreal Infallible. I love this foundation, but my new favorite is actually the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I bought this in US, so that's why it's in the glass bottle. In Sweden, actually, they come in a squeezy tube like this. And I have to say that this never came to Sweden, and I think that these are equally good, but this one, since I can get a hold of it, has totally dethroned this one. I don't even reach for this anymore because I'm so annoyed that I can't get my hands on it. I'm going to New York in the end of March and I will be buying more of these because I do like them and they hold up really nice on my skin. But nowadays, this is my go-to for sure. This is the foundation I use when I'm putting on makeup and I want it to last all day and look good all day. I know that this one will do that for me. And yeah, so this one has replaced the Infallible Pro Matte from L'Oreal. Is that the name? Pro Matte? I'm confused. Let's just move on. Now I'm going to show you 2 very disgusting primers. How does my primers end up looking like this? What kind of filthy animal am I to make my primers look like this? I used to use the Make Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer all the time, but actually then I discovered this one, which is the Pore Master Sebum Control from, I don't even know, because it's all like Korean and I'm just so unsure, but I will link it down below. I did mention this as being my favorite of 2017, and I mentioned this as being my favorite of 2016, and this has totally been dethroned for this one because I think that this is better, cheaper, smells good, it like smooths so nicely. I really like this one. It doesn't feel dry on my skin. It feels like it's smooth and I wouldn't say hydrating, but it doesn't feel dry in any way. I like this one so much. I bought this on eBay to get it out of Korea, but I'm sure that places that sell Korean makeup would have this as well. It's really nice and it has totally replaced the other one. I'm almost out of this one. You see, this is, but I actually already bought it back up because I'm crazy about that one. Next one that has been totally dethroned is the Morphe M501. I used to use this for highlighter all the time before, but now I'm all about the Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter. It is pinched a bit, it is denser, and this one can also pick up that Gillet, like the Baked Gillet formula, so you can get that formula on your cheeks as well. I do actually like this one for powder highlighters though, so I might actually bring this one out and use it for powder highlighters and use this one specifically for the more Gillet formulas, or even, you know, the ColourPop highlighters, the ones that are the Super Shock Chic ones. That is so hard to say. This one even picks up that formula and puts it it on the cheeks and it works great for me. So if you have a problem with those highlighters to get them to look really nice on your skin, this one, the FO3 by Sigma, actually works with that formula as well. And I really love this one. And since I got this one, I've only used this one for highlighter, but I am actually going to pick this up a bit and use it for powder highlighters because I really did love it for that. So I'm going to give it another chance. So this can come back as like a mini comeback. I was all about the Balm's Balm Desert. I even panned it. I was so into this one. I still love it. I think it's amazing. But since I got this one, I have to say that when I reach for like a simple, good bronzer that I know is not gonna let me down, that I know is gonna look good, this one, the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, this is not the butter bronzer because that's just too light for me. Maybe I can pick one up though now that they have darker shades, because I'm not pale in any way. I'm like light, and in the summer I turn light medium, and then I could probably use the butter bronzer as a blush, to be honest, if even that. So this one, the bronze booster, works so good for me, and I still like this one, but it has been dethroned because the only one I reach for when I just want to have a nice bronzer is this one. I really like this one. I was all about the Brow Definer Anastasia Beverly Hills Life until I got the Goof Proof by Benefit, and I love this more. This has a better consistency. It is not too creamy, but it is slightly creamier than the Brow Definer, and it has a better shape, because this one has a better shape that enables the pointed tip that you want to draw in straws with. It enables it to stay pointy all the way until the end. This one is a bit more, it's hard to explain. If you see it in store, look at both of them and maybe you will realize like what I'm trying to say, that this one will enable you to have that pointed tip all the way to the end, so you actually can draw in straws even at the end, while this one will get a bit rounded, so it's really hard to be precise with this. So this one, new fave. Don't hate this one, but totally dethroned. I was all about the Laura Mercier translucent and brightening powder, and I was using them like crazy, like under my eyes, all over my face, baking, cooking, being all sorts of things that I don't really do in the kitchen otherwise. But I was all about these powders. I love them. I went through so much of them, and then I found this one. This one is so good. This is the NYX HD powder in banana. I still can't say it without saying it like that. Banana. And this is the second one I have, and as you can see, this major pan. I do know they have this as a loose powder as well. Has anybody tried this? Like, is it as good as this one? Because I feel like I run through this in like too fast. So maybe I'll try picking up the loose one just to see if it's as good as the pressed one. But I use this every time I do my makeup. I never use anything else. My Laura Merciers are just sitting there collecting dust because this is my bae. Okay, second to last thing is that this is actually a new one, and I ran out of this one. You can see that this is out, and I still haven't been able to buy a new one because they only sell it in one store in Sweden, and they've been out of this for so long and I can't get a new one. So I ended up buying this one because this was the one I used before. This is the Duo Strip Lash Adhesive. Why do I have glue under my... That's sexy. So this is the Duo Lash Glue, and I used to use this all the time before, and then I switched to the House of Lashes one because I just wanted to try it. I loved it so much that I just never went back. But now that I couldn't get a hold of that one, I bought one of these to just be like, okay, I'll have this as a backup. But I hate this one. I hate this one. And like before, I used to have a lot of problems with my eyes like tearing up, like me having a reaction. This makes my eyes tear up, and it doesn't even glue the lash. Like, it's like you have one job. Your job is to glue the lash to the lid, and it doesn't do that. They lift, they go off, like it's so bad. It's so bad. If you have problems like getting your lashes to like really stick and make them stay all day, and you're using this one, it could be the glue. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's not your technique, it's the glue. This one was dethroned by this one, and now I know why. Like, now that I went back to it, I know why. The House of Lashes glue is amazing. It's the best one ever. Some people say that they don't like it because it leaves a bit of residue in your lashes, and yes, that is true. It does leave a bit of like a residue in your lashes, but the thing, I'm not bothered by that. But if you are, maybe that will drive you crazy. But this your lashes will be on all day. You could fall asleep with your lashes on and you could go to work next day with your lashes still on. Like, this works. This works. It's amazing. Can I just get a new one? How am I gonna get a new one? I can't like make an order from House of Lashes just buying glue and ship it to Sweden. That's just not really... I don't know how to like justify that economically. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that the favorite lashes of 2016 was the Duff lashes in Viva Glam. These are amazing, super fun and big ones, and I still love these and I still pull them out, but I used to use them a lot before. Like, I really love this. I went in hard on these. I think they're so pretty. But then I discovered the House of Lashes Iconic Lights. It's the one I have on today as well, and these are like the Iconics from House of Lashes, but yeah, light. The band is lighter, they feel lighter, and they are like, they are not as extreme. So these actually go on so well. They fit my eye shape perfectly. I only have to trim them the littlest bit and they just look so perfect with any look, because they let the eyeshadow shine through, but they still give you that dramatic effect without not being too over the top. So like 19 times out of 20 with me doing my makeup, I'm using these lashes. I still really like these, but these are nowhere near as used as they used to be because I'm so in love with the Iconic Lights. And well, as you can see, I have a pair of unused ones, even though I have one on. And I'll be honest, I have 3 pairs of unused ones because I'm all about the Iconic Light life. And if you haven't tried those, and if you thought that the Iconics were too heavy on you and you thought the band was too thick, give these a try. They're so beautiful. They also have a mini and Iconic mini, and I don't really know the difference between the Iconic mini and the Iconic Light. Has anybody tried both of them and can tell me the difference? Because I want to know if I should invest in the Iconic minis as well. Like, let me know, should I do that? Because I don't know, I don't really, like, what is the difference? Maybe I'm stupid. Oh god, don't open that door. So that was it. That was everything for the makeup that I have dethroned. Don't forget to check out the other beautiful, wonderful, talented ladies down below. I would love to see you subscribe to them as well. And if you're new to my channel and you're not subscribed, the button's down below. I'd love to have you. I do upload quite a lot of videos and I would love to see you in my next one. Bye!